Yeah, it's true. I was keeping an eye on the so-called mental health constable due to the obvious projecting of misinformation right in front of me. Of course, I was labeled as crazy already, so he was my babysitting custodian, um, warden, I guess, as I was the warden of the hospital, apparently. And yes, it's a fair base assumption that a half naked Asian, handcuffed, being watched over by a constable that's seemingly well liked around the hospital because he stood in the doorway quite often and just we talked. And sometimes I would just notice that he was actively looking. For example, I made some jokes about my sisters because I was concerned that since I was not told who called the police investigation, I made a couple comments about them, and as it were, he had no trouble projecting that into the workspace of medical doctors, nurses, even patients and security guards. And to my surprise, I thought, what are the chances that he would continue to do that if I made up some things? Right on target. He would do it again over and over again and record it. I don't know. There was a time when I said, "Hey, bro." And defiantly, he doubled down and felt good about it and repeated it. That certainly would have affected an assessment for such a decision, right? Mental health constable Richard Rodriguez. Oh, and also the nurses and the staff certainly would be responsible for my care in consideration to